First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Regenesis.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Nick Kuzma in the building, and he is fresh off of those football fields, so shoot some high school football. You ready to show the folks what we were able to do tonight?
Yeah, I think so. As two teams entering tonight needed 4 more wins to capture a blue map at this year's Super 7. One team that, of course, would love to capture a state title, all of them would, is West Morgan, a team that's gotten ever so close over the last several years. Drew Phillips and the Rebels made it to the state semifinals last year, and in 2025, they completed their 3rd straight undefeated regular season. So that being said, let's head down to Trinity. West Morgan has one of the best playoff atmospheres in the Valley, did not disappoint tonight. The Rebels received the opening kickoff, but it goes right through the hands. It's a live ball, and the Raiders of Good Hope will recover. A rare mistake by West Morgan this year, but the defense has the special teams back as Asher Fletcher lays a bone-crushing hit on the intended receiver. Good Hope eventually has to punt, and on that punt, Jabari Wiggins gets a hand on it, blocks it. The Rebels' first offensive drive will begin with promising field position. 4 plays into that drive, West Morgan going to take a shot down the field. Titan Partlow going deep with the heave, connecting with Tayshawn McDaniel.
Nice.
Touchdown West Morgan. The Rebels take a 7-0 lead after a successful extra point. The next 2 drives end with a turnover on downs for each team, but early in the second quarter, Good Hope threatening, Good Hope scoring. Parker Johnson fouls his blockers up the middle into the end zone for the touchdown. The Raiders led 14-7 at the half. Let's take a look at that final score as Good Hope is all over West Morgan. Kind of a shocking one in the second round of the 4A state playoffs. 31-7 is the final score. So West Morgan's season, sadly for the Rebels, ends right here. Good Hope. They are going to go on and play the winner of Alexandria Plainview, which we'll show you right now.
Indeed. So let's stay in Class 4A. There's the legendary Dale Pruitt leading Plainview to action tonight against Alexandria. Now it will be the Bears striking first. They go to their quarterback, Owen Hope. Watch as he calls his own number on the read option, and then he scampers into that Alexandria defense. And that's a touchdown for Plainview, everybody. And all of a sudden, the Bears crawl to a 7-0 lead. More from Plainview, knocking on the door once again. Owen Hope following his blocks and gets in the end zone once again. Makes it look easy, and it's now 14-0 Plainview. Of course, this was the AHSA game of the week that was shown across the entire Yellowhammer State. Alexandria finally gets on the board. It'll be Jeffrey Beeson. Stretches across the goal line and gets into the end zone. He cuts that Plainview lead down. Valley Cubs trailing 14-7. It's the Cubs against the Bears. A little family affair right there. Plainview going back to that bread and butter. Owen Hope calling his own number from 5 yards out. He goes touchdown number 3 on the night. 21-7 Plainview at that point. Now before the half is over with, Owen Hope would score his 4th touchdown of the evening. Plainview led 28-7 at the break. Let's check out your final from the Sand Mountain area, and it was all Plainview. Your final score, Plainview 42, Alexandria 14. Next week, Plainview will take on Good Hope, who we just saw beat West Morgan.
And Mo, another Class 4A action. Anniston won 44-12 against the Madison Academy Mustangs, ending their season. So it means the Bulldogs will face Deschler, who won a thriller, 31-30 in overtime over Hamilton tonight.
Coming up next, we head to Class 3A. Could the Mars Hill Panthers advance to the 3rd round? Because, you know, they're trying to defend their state title. We'll find out next.
Why don't seagulls fly over today?
3D.
You've got that dream. The one that'll change everything.
Yeah, that looks great.
Come on, Dad, hurry up, chop chop.
Seeing it become a reality sounds like success to us. And Avadian is here to help make it happen.
Oh yeah, you're looking at one of the newest reasons to love Red Lobster. New seafood boils, turning Crab Fest into a crab feast. That's the look of real happiness. Served daily only at Red Lobster.
Looking to get stronger? This is your year. Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
We're gonna feel this tomorrow.
We're just gonna keep showing up. Showing up.
Showing up.
You coming?
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends September 12th.
Car wreck? Call Tyler Man Injury Law. Insurance companies are making it tougher than ever for car accident victims, charging higher premiums and then trying to shortchange you on your injury claim. But no matter what they do, one fact remains. On average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one. Now that you know the facts, don't settle for less. Car wreck? Call Tyler Man Injury Law, 256-400-4000.
Kevin has midterms, Dan's trying to watch the game, and I'm just trying to make dinner.
Kevin!
We should take a look at that breaker.
Relieved of duty.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Publix.
All right, welcome back. We're going to move to Class 3A now, where 4 teams from the Tennessee Valley scored victories in Week 1 of the playoffs.
One of those teams was, surprise, surprise, Mars Hill. Darrell Higgins and the defending state champs. They were back at home tonight looking for another dominant performance. Let's head out there to see the defending state champ Mars Hill Panthers take on the Pirates from Winfield. Maybe the Pirates could steal a victory. This is the 4th and 13 play as quarterback Blaine Bowen rolls to the right. Ball is knocked out. It's fumbled and recovered by the Panthers. The Winfield drive stalls. Mars Hill starts from there. On the following drive, Panthers on 4th down. The handoff goes to Jackson Penn. He's going to walk into the end zone for a score. Mars Hill takes an early 7-0 lead. Winfield now with the ball, as you see Coach Higgins right there. Bowen looking for a deep shot, but this time his pass is intercepted by Hudson Higgins. So we see Higgins, the coach. Now we see Higgins, the player. He'll bring it back to midfield. That'll set up Mars Hill with great field position. First down now on the doorstep, and the handoff will go to none other than Mr. Penn, and he's going to get it in. His second touchdown of the evening, and Mars Hill quickly jumps out to a 14-0 lead. Let's check out your final from the Shoals. Mars Hill goes on to win by a final of 42-6 over Winfield. Next week, they'll face the winner of Geraldine and Westbrook Christian.
All right, let's take you to DeKalb County, where those Westbrook Christian Warriors and those Geraldine Bulldogs went toe-to-toe. Geraldine goes for it on 4th down. As we start off our highlights, it's going to be John Beck Wade handing it off to Jacob Bryant, who's met by a pile of Westbrook Christian players, but does just enough to get the ball over the line for the first down, but the drive would later stall. Westbrook Christian now with that ball. The pass from Brody Blevins caught by Brody Wood. Lots of Brodies down there in Rainbow City who does just enough to get a first down. It would be the Warriors who strike first as Brody Blevins runs it to the outside. Westbrook Christian is in for the touchdown. Extra point is good, and the Warriors lead 7-0. The Bulldogs, they're now going to have to look for a response. On the first play of the second quarter, it's going to be the guy with 3 names, John Beck Wade, to Elijah Schlottgetter, who gets a couple of defenders behind him, runs it in for 6. Extra point good. We're tied at 7 apiece. It wouldn't take long for Geraldine to take the lead, though, as John Beck Wade, back with the ball, rushes it, takes the pile with him, giving the Bulldogs their first lead of the game. 14-7 was the score after the PAT. And Geraldine, they are winners tonight, Mo. That's high five. That's our first win tonight.
Exactly.
31-15. I'm sorry, Mars Hill won too. That's our second win. That's our first double win of the game, double win scoreboard of the night, as 31-15 is the final score in that one. So they will be the ones who get the dubious task of playing the reigning state champs.
All right, Colbert County hitting the road tonight, taking on Gordo with their Green Bay Packers jerseys. This one started off fast for Colbert County as Corian Campbell taking the opening kickoff, and he is going to make a house call to the crib. Touchdown for Colbert County, and they jump out early on Gordo, and two-point conversion was good, so it made it 8-0. Gordo, they will respond, though. The quarterback, it'll be Macon Robertson. He would take it to the end zone, and they would also convert a two-point conversion, making it 8-0. Then Robinson once again finding pay dirt himself to score his second rushing touchdown of the evening. But hey, don't count out Colbert County just yet. It's a reverse, and it's Keyshawn Jones putting on the wheels and leaving everyone behind in the dust. Touchdown, Colbert County. Extra point was good, 15-14. Colbert County led after the first quarter. Let's check out your final score from outside of Tuscaloosa as Gordo. They put it on Colbert County the rest of the way. Final score, Gordo 49, Colbert County 29. Next week, they're going to take on Piedmont, who blanked Coach Paul Benefield and the 5 Red Devils 36-0 tonight. So the Red Devils are out of the playoffs after the second round.
It's just shocking. Not used to seeing that. All right, so that is 2 teams total moving on to the second round. Let's see if we can get some more later on the show as 3 local teams are going head-to-head in 2A. We've got the scores and highlights next.
As we head into the weekend across North Alabama, Southern Middle Tennessee, we are talking about some fantastic weather. It also looks like we're going to be rain-free, but that changes as we head into next week. We'll discuss in a couple of minutes.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Bank Independent. First Down Friday Night is back and better than ever. Every Friday night, the FOX54 sports team will preview the week's biggest college football games and provide highlights for high school football from around the valley. Catch First Down Friday night at 10 p.m. Fridays on FOX54 and streaming on FOX54 Plus. First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Regenesis, Bank Independent, and Publix.
Trucking accidents can change lives in an instant. They're far worse than most wrecks. At Wedemark Keith, we understand what you're going through. If you've been injured in a truck accident, we are here to help you through it. It's more to us. It's personal.
Tune in to On the Hill Live with Dr. Paul A. Bryant for the Alabama A&M home game pregame show. College football season is shifting into high gear this fall with all new matchups between Alabama A&M and your favorite rivals. Celebrate Bulldog Game Day with a live broadcast from Lewis Cruz Stadium on the campus of Alabama A&M University. Catch all the A&M updates, behind-the-scenes interviews, and so much more starting Saturday, September 6th at 8:30 a.m. live and only on Fox 54.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points.
And right now, save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
You were injured on someone else's property. A fall, broken stairs, poor lighting, no warning signs. They didn't protect you. Now you have to deal with the consequences. We are here so you don't face them alone.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
And a good Friday evening to you. I'm Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. We are looking at a wonderful weekend across North Alabama, Southern Middle Tennessee. Temperature's going to be in the 70s, both Saturday and Sunday. Got a high temperature right around 76 degrees on Saturday. Fair mix of sunshine and cloud cover. Look where we start the day on Sunday. You are definitely not going to need the heat Saturday night, early Sunday morning, because we're only going to see temperatures fall off into the mid and upper 50s. I've got a low temperature right around 59 degrees. Then we head into your Sunday afternoon. A couple of models were trying to bring in a rogue shower or two Sunday afternoon. I think we're probably going to end up staying dry. 73 on Sunday with, once again, a really nice mix of sunshine and cloud cover. Have a good look at the next 7 days. In general, we stay quite warm, but we do begin to introduce opportunities for rain as we head into the new week. 68 on Monday, 76 once again on Tuesday. Sticking with the 70s Wednesday, Thursday, a pair of 73s. Again, miscellaneous opportunities for rain as we head into next week, and then a little bit cooler by the time we get to next Friday.
All right, let's talk two-way now. The Vincent Yellow Jackets facing off with the Pisgah Eagles tonight as Pisgah receives the opening kickoff to start tonight's game, but Pisgah doesn't start off too great. They have to punt the ball back to Vincent after a short drive. However, that was pretty impressive. It was down inside the 20. So it is, let's see the Yellow Jackets drive. Pisgah's Jackson Smalley intercepts the ball. Pisgah's ball now, and some pressure forces the quarterback to Cutter Mays to throw the ball. Caleb Jenkins gets the ball into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. That's a pretty nice throw and catch there. They are going to now go for the two-point conversion because, hey, it's Northeast Alabama. That's what we do. And the running play from Landon Watkins brings the score to 8-0 in favor of those Pisgah Eagles. Later, it's a short turnaround for Vincent, too. A long run from Landon Archer gets the ball downfield quickly, and then they're going to repeat the same play just minutes later as Landon Archer is going to run the ball eventually into the end zone for the Yellow Jackets touchdown. The score is 8-6 for Pisgah at the start of the second quarter, and Pisgah goes on to win a barn burner, 44-33. So count them. That is 3 Tennessee Valley teams that have now advanced, and it will not be 4 because Red Bay falls 28-21. Nice season out there in Northwest Alabama by the Tigers, but they do fall by 7 to Southeastern. So Pisgah is the lone team that is moving on to the quarterfinals in that part of the bracket.
All right, let's stay in Class 2A. Lexington hitting the road to take on Coosa Christian, and the Conquerors, they're always a tough draw. Now, the Bears, they get in the red zone on their first drive, but they got to settle for a field goal. A 28-yard try by Aiden Chambers is up, and it's good. Bears lead Coosa 3-0. Coosa Christian will respond inside their own 5-yard line. Joseph Sika gets the handoff, runs into a host of Bear defenders, spins out, and then guess what? He is gone. 95 yards for a Conquerors touchdown. You talk about shifting momentum in a major way. That's what Coosa Christian did right there. 7-3 now. Lexington trying to bounce back. Zane Gilborn throws an ill-advised pass in the flats, and Kylan Johnson coming up with the pick. You know what he's going to do with that. Take it to the house and be a lucky recipient of a pick six. 14-3, Coosa Christian now out in front. Now Coosa continues to pour it on, as you can see the confetti rolling down, and they would actually add a punt return by Williams for another touchdown. That puts them up 28-3. Let's check out your final score from out in Coosa Christian. Coosa Christian goes on to win by a final of 49-16. They will take on Tuscaloosa Academy, who beat Pleasant Valley tonight by 10. All right, we got to look at our First Down Friday Night Spirit Spotlight multiple times this season. Up next, we'll take it to Hartselle, where a small band is making big moves to the Windy City. Kanisha Dees will have that story when we return.
Aqua Living now has 17 hot tubs under $49.99. Patented and powerful 110-volt technology with no expensive wiring needed. Just plug our hot tubs in and start relaxing today. 100% in-house financing, no turndowns. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
From the first crank to the last scoop and all the parts in between, there's 2 names Bill and Brenda Rourke trust: Kubota and Huntsville Tractor and Equipment. Compact and utility tractors, zero-turn mowers, and so much more. And did you say parts? All the bits and pieces to keep them running, plus the cranes to back them up. Kubota and Huntsville Tractor and Equipment.
Come on, let's go to work.
Your local Ford dealer presents America's all-time best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer. The rugged, capable, built wild Bronco family. And the all-new Ford Expedition, redesigned to deliver more. Want more? See your local Ford dealer. For the latest offers on new Ford SUVs, see your local Ford dealer or visit buyfordnow.com today.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natrol Sleep and Restore, which helps me be this me. Every great night's sleep starts with Natrol.
New Natrol Sleep and Restore for your ultimate restorative sleep.
Oh yeah, you're looking at one of the newest reasons to love Red Lobster. New seafood boils, turning Crab Fest into a crab feast. That's the look of real happiness. Served daily only at Red Lobster.
America's #1 hot tub manufacturer states this fact: made in the USA. All our hot tubs are built right here. Selling hot tubs directly to you saves you thousands while keeping jobs here in the USA. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
PTSD, chronic pain, soft tissue injuries. These are just a few of the conditions treatable with hyperbaric oxygen therapy from Regenesis.
These treatments have proven so effective that we've added a new facility to support hyperbaric therapy at Regenesis.
Our treatment protocol uses concentrated pressurized oxygen to promote healing and fight infection.
Explore the benefits of hyperbaric oxygen therapy at Regenesis. Call or click to make your appointment with Dr. Charles Lee today.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Regenesis.
To celebrate 10 years of First Down Friday Night, we are adding a brand new segment to our weekly show that you've seen throughout the entire season.
Yeah, this year we showed love to bands, cheerleaders, color guards, and others with our Spirit Spotlight. So for the last time this year, here's Kenesha Dees.
Hey, Mo and Nick, can't believe this is our final Spirit Spotlight this season, but guess what? We'll close it out with a bang. Tonight, we shine our Spirit Spotlight on the Hartselle High School Marching Band. They're preparing during the playoffs, but they're also preparing for a big performance in Chicago next week. I got to hang out with them for the day, and wow, are they ready? Here's a look.
All right, here we go, warm up.
The big warm up. 1, 2.
I am so excited.
Before the big performance, this small marching band of a little more than 100 people taking their talents from the band room to the field and now to a big city.
Very, very excited. It's so cool to be in a parade like that in such a big city.
The Hartselle High School Marching Band will be in Chicago next week to participate in the magnificent Mile Lights Festival.
Our motto is be a part of a winning tradition, and they have upheld that throughout the years.
Director of Bands Randall Key says it'll be their first time participating in the parade in 7 years.
Our students enjoy performing, and they've done a great job throughout the year.
Senior Majorette Anna Alford says the Windy City will be a first for her.
I love being around the other girls and twirling with them and making friends with the band, and I'm so excited to just get to go to Chicago with all of them.
I just love performing in front of everyone. There's just something about going on the field at halftime on Friday nights, and it's just so exhilarating and it's just fun.
Senior color guard Rory Peebles won't be joining them in Chicago, but she's still happy to see Hartselle High's Tiger Pride on full display.
I'm super excited for them. I'm excited for them to get to just go and represent us, and I just know they'll do amazing.
Senior drum major Josie Roan says music is her community.
It's just a certain feeling that you get when you're able to do that with people.
A mercy, 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 me.
And she's happy to share her love for music wherever she goes.
It's something that I haven't been able to replace with anything.
Safe travels, Hartselle, and wishing them so much fun. Spirit Spotlight may be done this season, but we're always looking for a band, cheer squad, and color guard to profile. If you know of a good spirit group, text us at 256-382-2692.
All of our 7A teams went home last week, but we have a handful of 6A teams, including the Hartselle football team, still alive coming into this week. We'll go across that classification next.
Car wrecks shatter more than just metal. They shatter lives. Your health, your routine, your peace of mind, gone in an instant. But you don't have to put the pieces back together alone. We're here to help you rebuild.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
My name is Andy Titleman. There was a forklift accident. It broke my foot as well as about 3 toes. I was in terrible pain. I didn't know quite what to do. Before I hired Morgan & Morgan, I did call a few other places. The other places denied helping me. I called Morgan & Morgan, and they accepted me kind of like with open arms. I don't believe I could have done it without Morgan & Morgan. There is a reason I called Morgan & Morgan. They are for the people. They showed me that they were for me.
Get ready. Academy is your new store for sports and outdoors.
Make your next tailgate the best it can be. Tune in to the Publix Tailgate Corner on First Down Friday night. Fridays only on Fox 54.
When you're hurt on the job, the process of workers' compensation can feel overwhelming. You're dealing with pain, medical bills, and your injuries are being downplayed. We take care of the hard part so you can focus on getting better.
First Down Friday night is back and better than ever. Every Friday night, the Fox 54 sports team will preview the week's biggest college football games and provide highlights for high school football from around the valley. First Down Friday night is sponsored by Regenesis, Bank Independent, and Publix.
For over 75 years, we've served this place we all call home. Bank Independent. We're invested in you.
First Down Friday night is sponsored by Bank Independent.
All right, the Hartselle Tigers traveling down to Homewood in the Birmingham area tonight to take on the Patriots. Hartselle with the ball early on. Carter Lee, he's going to be seen here completing the pass to Cole Miles, and that'll set the Tigers up in the red zone. Nice grab right there.
Yeah, nice sideline catch.
Then Carter Lee, the jump pass to Ethan Hayes, touchdown Tigers. Hartselle on top, 7-3. Caleb Carson will respond. He keeps it in for a touchdown. He ties the ball game up at 10 apiece. But Carter Lee was not done. Watch, he completes another pass to Miles, and the same result. Touchdown, 17-10 Hartselle. Here comes Caleb Carson of Homewood. He's going to scramble. This is on a 4th down play. Way. You talk about a play to keep your season alive. How about this? Scrambling, throwing it all the way back across. And that's going to be a first down. Crazy play there. Then it'll be Carson keeping it right there up the gut for a touchdown. He ties the ball game up at 7 apiece. And hey, Carson's been making all sorts of plays. Why not make the play that puts his team up ahead for good? The spin move as he gets into the end zone for a score 17 at that point. Let's check out your final score from the Birmingham area. Hartselle falls to Homewood by a final of 31-24. Next week, the Homewood Patriots will take on Clay Chalkville, who beat Gadsden City tonight by 37.
Well, the defending Class 6A champions, A.H. Parker, making the trip to play Muscle Shoals. Thundering Herd lead 14-7 at the half. Kate Clemens from Muscle Shoals rolls white, switches back to Ezra Flower, who makes Parker defender miss, and no one is going to catch him. Trojan touchdown. 14-14 is the score after the play that sort of comes out of nowhere. Fourth quarter now. Trojans kicker Jorge Garcia from distance puts it through the uprights, gives Muscle Shoals the lead, a 3-point lead. Now the Thundering Herd looking for an answer. It's going to be quarterback Dylan Reese, throws it up down the field. He had some pressure. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Christian Pritchard. He'll give Muscle Shoals some room before being taken down. Trojans with an enormous turnover there to switch the tide. But Parker gets the ball back. Last play of the game. Reese looking downfield, heaves it, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. The scoreboard, all zeros, and Muscle Shoals holds on to win it by the final score of 17-14. A super entertaining game out there in the Shoals. Next week, they're going to play the winner of Mountain Brook Fort Payne. We're going to show you that game right now.
Well, before we do that, let's go to Coach Scott Basin real quick.
Oh. Feels good. You know, we've been here the last 2 or 3 years, and you know, we know what it takes. So we gotta go to Mountain Brook, I think, and play a real good Mountain Brook team. So we got our work cut out for us. I thought defense played lights out in the second half, and you know, that's a great football team over there. But you know, you got to let this move on because the next game will get you beat. So you know, we'll celebrate it tonight, but that's about it.
All right, that celebration ends at midnight for sure. If I know Coach Basin the way I do. Let's wrap up our 6A coverage with Fort Payne as they take on Mountain Brook Spartans. Getting to the red zone on the first play of scrimmage, and that leads to this. Stuart Andrews going off tackle and into the end zone for a touchdown. Mountain Brook takes an early 7-0 lead. After a 3-and-out by Fort Payne, here come the Mountain Brook Spartans again. Caden Walker Hoffbauer calling his own numbers, and he scampers 24 yards to the end zone. That's a touchdown for Sparty, 14-0. Let's go to the second quarter, 21-0. Mountain Brook on top, and they add to it. Once again, it's Hoffbauer on the QB keeper into the end zone. You saw the sky cam shot?
I like that. Little multi-angle view for FPTV.
Indeed, 28-0. How about this? Mountain Brook goes with the 11-man stack. Then they eventually hand the ball off to Craig Trey Vincent. He's going to take the handoff. And you know what they say about wrapping up? Well, Fort Payne didn't wrap up, and guess what? He bounces off of it, and then 62 yards later, he's going to the house for a Mountain Brook touchdown. Mountain Brook led 35-0 at the break. Let's check out your final from Fort Payne, and it was all Spartans. They're going to win 35-14. So next week, pretty good battle. Mountain Brook will take on Muscle Shoals in the 6A quarterfinals.
Another Class 5A teams trying to advance to the quarterfinals as well. Let's see how they did next.
Aqua Living now has 17 hot tubs under $49.99. Patented and powerful 110-volt technology with no expensive wiring needed. Just plug our hot tubs in and start relaxing today. 100% in-house financing, no turndowns. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
This is Jack's Country, where on game day, no one shows up empty-handed. And if you want to make a real entrance, you bring the classics. Introducing Jack's 8-piece classic wings. Hand-breaded, golden fried, and served 3 crowd-pleasing ways. Honey barbecue, like it just came off the pit. Bold buffalo with a tangy punch. And sweet and spicy, like Southern charm with a kick. All served with our homemade ranch. 8 wings, fries, and ranch for just $8.99. You might want to bring backup. We're Jack's, and we're all about the South.
It's perfect.
It's yours.
Maybe success looks a lot like saying thank you.
Me?
And thank you could never be enough.
Oh, really? Let's go for a ride.
Avadian is here to help make it happen.
This is perfect.
At Sono Bello, just one visit, one day. One decision changes everything.
It was instant. I got an amazing flat stomach.
Physically, you can see it. That belly is gone. I feel great. Sono Bello did that for me.
With Sono Bello's advanced micro laser technology, you can permanently remove stubborn fat and sculpt the body you've always wanted, all in just one visit. That's why Sono Bello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist.
It's like literally hitting an easy button.
I see a snatched waist and some curves that look really good.
I went from a 14 to a 4. It was a one-day solution for me.
There's no more frustration, just permanent results.
They gave me a whole new body, and I am loving it.
Sono Bello has over 50,000 5-star reviews and board-certified surgeons. Call now for your personalized consultation. That's over a $250 value. Free. Easy monthly payment options make your best body more affordable than ever. Call Sono Bello today.
America's #1 hot tub manufacturer states this fact: made in the USA. All our hot tubs are built right here. Selling hot tubs directly to you saves you thousands while keeping jobs here in the USA. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
We head to the 5A ranks. Priceville hosting Moody for the right to go to the state quarterfinals. The visiting Blue Devils up 32 at halftime. Elijah Rutledge catches the screen pass, shows why he's listed as athlete on Dragonfly, making multiple Bulldogs miss and picks up a first down in rather acrobatic fashion. Then on the next play, Kevin James, no, not that one, the football player, I guess, gets the handoff, has an enormous hole to go through, leaves everyone in the dust. Touchdown Moody. The Blue Devils are rolling and lead 45-7. Seth Parker's Bulldogs puts together a promising drive here. They show the option offense, Mo. It can still work in 2025 a little bit as Colton Madewell gets the pitch, moves the chains with a chunk play. The Bulldogs, they're driving, but fourth down does eventually arrive, and Jack Eubanks takes the snap, and he has nowhere to go. Smothered by Donovan Dennis behind the line to gain. It will be a turnover on downs. Moody goes on to win by the final of 60-14. A really nice season by Seth Parker and the Bulldogs. 2-8 last year was Priceville, and they win a state playoff game this year. A really epic turnaround, but the season does end 60-14 here in the second round. Next week, they would face the winner of Russellville and Briarwood. That is, Moody will face the winner of that game. Mo, take it away.
In the north half of that 5A bracket is Briarwood taking on Russellville. Briarwood knocked out Leeds last week. Lions lead 7-0. 3rd and 12. Brent Ayo picks off the Russellville pass, and he is returning it all the way down the far sideline. He's knocked out of bounds after a 55-yard gain. That will set up this. The handoff goes to Eli Thompson, and he's into the end zone, even though you don't see him going to the end zone because the official says get his good side, and it's 14-0. Lions on the move again. Charles Dedman's 34-yard pass is complete to Sam Cano in coverage. That'll set up another Briarwood TD, and Mr. Thompson will punch it in, making it a 3-touchdown game. Things not looking good for Russellville. Then the Lions had a chance to add another score to end the half, but there's an interception right there into the end zone by Russellville, so that would be the play that sends the game into halftime. Let's check out your final score from the Birmingham area this evening. Briarwood goes on to win by a final 42-7 over Russellville, eliminating the Golden Tigers. So Briarwood and Moody coming up next week in Class 5A.
The St. Clair County Saints traveling up to Jackson County to Scottsboro to the Wildcats home field tonight for a playoff matchup. Fans turning out in droves to watch the game. You know who always writes that? Our dear friend Caleb Aguayo. That's how you know he's doing a great job out there. We start at the top of the second half where the Scottsboro has a 21-0 lead. The Wildcats receive the ball, and Jaden Gilbert runs it back to nearly midfield before he is stopped. Really an excellent return there, and it's a short drive. Jaden Gilbert getting a touchdown for the Wildcats after just a few plays. The extra point is good and brings the score to 28-0 for Scottsboro. The Saints, pretty cool name. I think Mo would probably agree on that. My high school's mascot was the Saints. Mo's favorite NFL team's the Saints.
Indeed.
They get the ball back, but they just can't seem to get past the Wildcats defense on a long pass meant for Dylan Philpott. It will be nothing doing as Scottsboro's Jake Turner intercepts the ball, runs it back into the red zone before he is finally stopped there inside the 20. A few plays later, and a quick pass to Braden Edmondson Jr. gets the Wildcats yet another touchdown. Tyler Van, the boys up 35-0 at that point, and they go on to win 42-6. And next week, they are going to take on Fairview out of Coleman as the Aggies took down Jacksonville 28-13. All right, that's going to do it for our highlight portion, but we're going to wrap up the show and go through all the brackets and see who advanced and who's playing who next week, next on First Down Friday night.
You know those commercials that show the perfect closet, the one that makes all your friends jealous? Closets by Design made that affordable for me.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR plus no monthly payments until next year on select Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. When you use Uber or Lyft, you're taking a gamble. You have no idea who that driver is. Were they paying attention to their phone or GPS and not the road? Injured in an Uber or Lyft accident, you could have a big case. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
You know those commercials that show the perfect closet, the one that makes all your friends jealous? Closets by Design made that affordable for me.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Publix.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at who's left in the state football playoffs. We'll start off in Class 2A. We've got Pisgah. They'll be hitting the road to take on Southeastern on next week.
Yeah, that's the lone team that advanced out of 2A. In 3A, we have two teams that advanced. They're going to be playing each other as Mars Hill will host Geraldine, a Northeast Alabama versus Northwest Alabama matchup.
We had a lot of those last week.
We did.
Interesting to see we got another one in the quarterfinals. Let's off to 4A. Plainview will travel down to the Coleman area to take on Good Hope, while Deschler will take on Anniston in the Shoals.
Yeah, so we have so far two state playoff games that are here in the Tennessee Valley, and that's going to be it. Now, spoiler alert, as Scottsboro, they do advance, our lone 5A team, to do so. They are going also to the Coleman area to play Fairview.
And over in Class 6A, Muscle Shoals, they will take a trip down to the Birmingham area. They'll take on Mountain Brook in the Class 6A quarterfinals. That's going to be a dogfight between the Trojans and the Spartans.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, so congratulations to all the teams that advanced. Obviously, this is often, historically, this is a tough week of the playoffs for the Tennessee Valley. But the fact that we got so many that actually did move through, not quite half, but closer to half, more than a quarter, to advance is certainly an accomplishment. And to do so across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different classifications to have a team in the quarterfinals for the Tennessee Valley is certainly a bit of an accomplishment for this area.
Indeed, I've been here long enough over my decade now where I've seen weeks where we get to the quarterfinals, we have no teams going there.
Wow, and so we have 4, 5, and we have 6. So we have 6 total. We had 17, right, coming into today, and six advance. So congratulations to the Tennessee Valley teams that did advance. Congratulations to those seniors and to all the seniors whose season ends tonight. Congratulations on a great career.
Indeed, and of course the quest will continue for several teams in our local area as they try to win a blue map at the Super 7, which will be played during the first week of December down in Birmingham, Protective Stadium.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it, man. Well, hey, it's been a great season.
Yes, it has.
Appreciate
that's
you.
That's our last show, but high school football coverage still continues.
Indeed. Yeah, thank you to all the crew here at FOX54 for putting together year 10, which has been great here on First Down Friday Night. For one final time, that's Nick Coosa. I'm Mo Carter. Have a great night, a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.